First. All right, let's go.
I'm entering the room. I am going to go ahead and foam in. My sterile field is all, well, my equipment is already laid out. My table has already been cleaned off. I have my Q-tips over here. I have two 4x4s. I have my ABD. I have my solution, cleaning solution. This is sodium chloride, and I also have my cup that I'll pour that in. I have my tape, I have my writing utensil, I have my ruler, and I also have my biohazard bag down here. I also have my sterile gloves, and then I also have gloves, my clean gloves back here on the wall. So I've entered in, I've already cleaned my hands. I'm going to go ahead and check my patient. I want to do the two patient identifier. Miss Jackson, how you doing? I'm Ingrid. I'll be your student nurse today. I just want to check your armband. Is that okay? All right, thank you. So I verified that this is Mary Jackson. Miss Jackson, can you verify your birthday for me? She told me it was 10/15/1959. Wonderful, Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to give us a little privacy. So what I'll do, I already have everything
so
up.
now I'm going to go
around
ahead
here.
and clean.
I'm going to grab my curtain.
I'm going to get another clean sterile applicator. I'm going to dip it in here.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give us a little privacy. So, Miss Jackson, what I'm here to do today is to go ahead and clean your dressing. I want to clean your wound and change your dressing. Before I begin, do you have any pain?
Get rid of that.
Miss Jackson has told me no, she does not have any pain. But if she did have pain, I would give her oral meds, and then I would wait 30 minutes and return back in to do the sterile dressing change. So what I'll do now that I know Miss Jackson isn't experiencing any pain, I am going to lift the bed, and I'll lift it to my waist level. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now.
So, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to start with this right glove.
And once I get the bed to my waist level, and I already have my equipment out, what I want to do is I want to lift this down, the bed roller, but first I'm going to go ahead and grab my gloves so that I have them close by me, and I won't have to walk away from my patient once the railing is down. Ms. Jackson, I'm going to just go grab some gloves real quickly. So I am going to go ahead, I'll grab the gloves. I still have my eye on my field as well as my patient. I can see everything around me. Ms. Jackson, I'm going to go ahead and lower the bed railing. So I'll go ahead and lower the bed railing, and I'll put my gloves on. Ms. Jackson, now when we're doing this dressing change, please let me know if you experience any type of pain throughout, okay? And she says, okay. All right, wonderful, Ms. Jackson. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll start to lower Ms. Jackson's covers, but I'll make sure that I pull up her gown simultaneously so that I still provide my patient, Ms. Jackson, privacy. So I'm going to go ahead and lower this a little bit for you, Miss Jackson. All right, wonderful. Make sure you tell me if you start to feel anything, Miss Jackson. And she said, okay. So let's do this. Still provide privacy. All right. So before I even begin to do anything, I'll look around to see if I see any drainage or anything, if I see any abnormal swelling. I do not. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start to remove Miss Jackson's bandage. And I'm going to start with the tape that's closest to me, pulling it in toward the incision, and then just tying it in right here. All right, wonderful, Miss Jackson. I'm just pulling it in so as not to catch any of the new skin or new growth. Go ahead, pull that toward me. How we doing, Miss Jackson? Fine. Oh, wonderful. That. All right, wonderful, Miss Jackson. We're doing good. Almost there.
I don't think so.
Wonderful. Gets kind of sticky, Miss Jackson. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to start to remove the ABD. I will pull it in the center, and then I will lift it up and back as not to show my patient any of the inside of the contents. I'll examine the ABD for its coloration. I see serous fluid. I'll also kind of feel the weight, look at the consistency. I smell no odor. So I'll go ahead and I'll toss that in my biohazard bag. Then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll start to remove one of the 4x4s. Pulling it back as well, looking for the same thing. See if I see any color, and I see a little serous fluid. Looking to see if I see any, if I smell any odor. Looks fine. I see no blood. All right, wonderful. All right, drop that in there, and I'll make sure that I make a mental notation of that so that I can document later. I'll do the very same thing for the next 4x4. Looking at it, I see a little bit of serous fluid. There is no odor, not very much weight to it. Consistency looks relatively good. So I'll go ahead and I'll toss that in my biohazard bag as well. Then I'll start to go ahead and remove some of the packing that's inside of the wound itself. I will examine the packing to see if I see any drainage. I see a little serous fluid. It doesn't have an odor. The weight is pretty light. So I'll go ahead and I'll drop that in the biohazard bag as well. And then I'll go ahead and I'll remove the next dressing as well. Examining its contents also for any serous fluid. I do see it. The weight is not too heavy, so it's not too much drainage. There is no odor to this. So I'll go ahead and I'll toss that as well in my biohazard bag. So now I am going to examine my patient's wound. I'm looking around it to see if I see any swelling, any redness. I'm looking inside the wound. I'm looking for any tumbling. No tumbling is showing. I'm going to go ahead and palpate around. Ms. Jackson, you make sure you let me know if you feel any pain at any time. I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of touch around. I want to make sure that there isn't any swelling. I don't see any bleeding. Wonderful. We're doing good, Miss Jackson. All right. So, Miss Jackson, at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just take a measurement of your incision, and then we'll also clean it at that time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to get one of my Q-tips. And I am going to measure the incision. So what I'll do is I'll go in here, here, and I'll take it. Right, I have put it against my measuring tape, and I will notate it in my head, and I'll go ahead and I will toss this in my biohazard bag. I'll get a new Q-tip, and then I'll go ahead and I'll start to measure the width of it, starting at the largest incision point. I'll measure, I'll notate that, toss that in the biohazard bag, then I'll get a brand new Q-tip, and now I'm going to measure the depth of the wound. So now that I've done that, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will measure it. I'll keep that in mind for notation. Drop this Q-tip in the biohazard bag, and then I will get another one. Miss Jackson, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean your wound. I have a new Q-tip.